Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Last one y nos vamos, mi gente.
Woo! We are back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Margarita. You can find me on TikTok and on Instagram at your favorite Margarita.
And my name is Lorencito. You can find me at Last One y nos vamos or Rootless Clothing Brand.
Well, you couldn't figure out which one to say. You're like,
Really?
Or maybe I caught it wrong. But yeah, no, just kidding. Maybe I'm just pulling your leg. Maybe it's just my bad hearing.
Maybe I was buffering for a second.
Yeah,
you know?
buffering. Or maybe it's just my hearing because I'm getting older.
Well, I was going to get to that, but I was saying I was buffering for a second to say, like, what am I supposed to say next, sort of. But, you know, from being a week off, it's all cool. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get back to rhythm.
Yes.
But yeah, mentioning, you know, you're getting older. Can we disclose how old are you getting? Because it is your birthday weekend.
Absolutely. Or how about I just make the math? I was born in 1991. Sheesh. See, I was even thinking, I was like, is it 1991 or was it 1990? But it's 1991.
Yeah, it's 1991.
But I'll just give it away. I really don't care about how old I am or, you know, how people make a big deal about it. But I'm going to be 33.
Oof. Sheesh. Okay. Well, 33 years old. I think like most of us, you've been doing something wrong. The internet has been saying, and our orthodontics have said it as well.
About our teeth? That we've been doing something wrong?
Yeah. Most of us have been doing something wrong.
I'm like, man, what are we doing wrong? It's like, yes, do this. Don't do that. Use this. It's really good. And then years later, if you have tried, blah, 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 please contact us because you might be entitled to a lawsuit.
No, you are correct. I will give you that one. But I think this one, I just barely have heard it this year. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you being your 30-something and me as well, I don't think I've ever heard it. So that's why I wanted to bring it up.
A ver, what do you have?
So I think you're being brushing your teeth wrong.
Oh, man. See, I'm like, don't tell me that.
Yeah, so accordingly to the orthodontics and to the internet, they've been saying that you're not supposed to basically wash after you brush your teeth.
Wait, say that again. You're not supposed to wash after you brush your teeth? Mm-hmm. Like wash what?
Wash the toothpaste out. You wash after you brush your teeth, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I think I've told you this before. Maybe not. But yes, no, you're not supposed to wash it off because of the toothpaste, right? Like the toothpaste has the fluoride. So you typically what we've probably learned, or maybe we picked it up on our own. I'm like, who taught me how to brush my teeth? Maybe I just by watching. But I guess if you rinse your mouth, it removes the fluoride. Like you put after you brush your teeth and then you put some water in your mouth. If you spit it out, you're pretty much just washing off the fluoride from your mouth.
Yes, correct. Toothpaste leaves that on your teeth to protect your teeth for cavities but is it enamel as well?
Yeah, it protects your enamel and it helps prevent cavities.
Okay. Well, maybe you said it before and I don't remember. That's how old I'm getting. That my mind's going. But then again, we have so much notes in our notepad sometimes, or notepad, giving it out, or that we don't remember what we have disclosed with each other.
Yeah. No, but then it's probably me too, because I'm like, oh, did I tell you? Who did I tell? Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, this is a process that I heard that you're supposed to do it.
And it says tooth decay.
Tooth decay. Oh, tooth decay. It prevents tooth decay.
But either way, it still is on that process.
Yeah,
right?
it comes through that. So what's your
what did my parents teach me?
What's your oral hygiene routine now?
What did my parents tell me, or what is it now? Now it's getting too expensive for my pocket, so I have to do pretty much very well.
So what's your routine, if you don't mind disclosing?
Flossing. Then after that, mouthwash, and then brushing, and then doing a tongue scraper. That's a newbie for me. I don't know if you guys haven't got a tongue scraper. You need to get one ASAP.
But pause. It's not that you never brush your tongue.
It's like something that I've added, because the brush wasn't probably doing its full thing.
See, for me, as long as... Sorry, I'll let you finish yours. Before
basically that. Like, I do feel like even the tongue brush or the tongue scraper does make a difference than just the regular brush.
Yeah?
I do feel that way. So then after that, I just basically wash off, and then I go ahead and wash again. I don't know. I have to wash twice.
So I floss, mouthwash, brush, And is there like there's also like a certain way that you have to brush. Like it has to be like circle. You have to get like in the back. You have to get in between. And this one I learned it from Will Ferrell from that movie that is what movie it was. I can't remember what movie it was. But he brushes like up and down. Like between his teeth. You know what I mean? Like up and down his teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that.
Well,
And
pretty
then I
much
also
because you can't be rough with them as well, supposedly, as like you're
like you're
grinding them
yes, like
just
you're
by the
like you're being
toothbrush,
too
like
rush.
sanding them down.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm doing too much of that too. Because I'm like going up and down, and I'm going side circles and then side to side. And I think I'm doing too much. And not only that, but it also affects your gums. Like
Yeah.
it can hurt your gums. But here I am, as long as I feel like I have a clean, if I don't do that, then I feel like I don't have a clean mouth. Oh yes. And then after that, then I just rinse, brush my tongue. And that's where I was going with the whole tongue thing. As long as I see my tongue is pink or red and I don't see anything white, then I'm like, okay, we're good to go. I don't see anything on there anymore.
So it sounds like you're missing on your little kid a scraper,
A scraper? No.
a tongue scraper.
No. I
I
don't
say
think
you're missing it on your kid, but you're saying you don't think you
Yes.
need it.
Well, that some people do use it, but I feel like it's fine without it. And then some people are gonna be like, oh, she doesn't use a tongue scraper,
Mhm.
just like I am with the whole brushing your teeth before you eat your breakfast.
Okay.
So yeah. And maybe I don't know. You got me one. I didn't like it.
Okay.
And another because I mean, I haven't seen any covers for the tongue scraper, so your tongue scraper is just there.
Well, yeah, I mean, eventually, obviously, because we adapted to have covers for our toothbrushes.
Maybe there is a cover invention. We'll invent a tongue scraper cover. Tongue scraper cover.
Yeah, maybe, huh? Maybe we would have to come up with an invention that we haven't seen yet. Maybe there is, and we haven't really looked into it very deep.
I know. I'm pretty sure I can Amazon something. Amazon, you can find everything on there.
Right. Well, maybe some of you learned something. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's going to be weird. They say it takes about a week to get used to it, to basically leave the toothpaste in there. They said, like, don't do it right away. So maybe you could do it, but, you know, it's just like you need to give it like some minutes.
For the fluoride to sit?
Yeah, sort of.
I mean,
like
to settle in?
To make a protection barrier. But yeah, so they say it takes, for a lot of people, after a week, it doesn't feel weird anymore. It feels normal. You know, they just spit it out.
I don't think I can. I can't because, for one, it's all in your mouth and you're going to be swallowing it. Y lo van a salir con que, oh, you know, it's really bad for you. I mean, you're already swallowing some of it, even though in really small amounts. But now you're going to have more.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
I can see that.
Have you ever swallowed toothpaste before or mouthwash before?
Like
accidentally, not because
I would guess I have. I mean, yeah. Like I don't really pay attention to be like, oh man, I swallowed it, right?
Yeah.
But I would say accidentally, probably.
Yeah. Oh, it hurts so bad, and it just burns for a while.
I would say it probably feels the same way as
mouthwash.
Mouthwash.
Yes, I've accidentally swallowed mouthwash before, and it's the same feeling. It just burns so bad.
I just feel more like, you know, the whole weed process. You know, when you get like anything done at the dentist, like something severe, and then they're like, oh, you cannot brush on that side for a certain time. I think it feels that same type of way, or I'll get a flashback. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm really brushing my teeth this way.
Yes.
So I think that's how it would feel in that process.
I cannot.
Well, we'll see what the people nos dicen. Maybe they have a different routine of how brushing their teeth now, huh? Maybe there's a new way.
Yeah. And see, that's so crazy because a lot of people don't even know much about dental hygiene. It's just, some people probably even just use mouthwash. Okay, I'm good. Fresh. My breath feels fresh, but they don't like take off the gunk off of because it's so crazy how fast all that gunk can start building up on your, all the buildup in your teeth. And I'm just like, So floss, brush, rinse, however it is that you do it, but keep your mouth fresh.
I see. Yes, that's the whole point. Well, now that you brought it up again, this is more personal. I know it threw you off maybe a little bit on like you probably haven't been brushing your teeth correctly for so many years. I don't know if you were one of those persons. I just wanted to bring that out because I saw it. So now that the age that you are, we haven't asked you. But again, it doesn't have to be just in general. You can maybe say, if you have another situation in your mind that you would like to try. So we haven't said, I haven't asked you. So what would you see for the future of this channel? Well, what was the purpose of you coming in for this channel, or, your mindset on 34 years old?
33.
Or 33,
I'm
sorry.
like, excuse me, don't add to it. I'm over here saying, I don't get offended. I'm like, pero no me eches años. Espérame, I'm just getting started with 33. It was just fun. Okay. I feel like it was really fun, and then just bringing up different topics, talking about different things all the time. Some of them are more fun. Some of them were a little bit more serious, and I like just picking.
What was the motive of you wanting to do it?
It's just that it was fun, and then just having a chance to sit down and talk to you. Just like we're forced to talk right now. No. Other times we can just be like, okay, how's your day, blah blah blah, and then we can just do our own thing, and then come back and talk to each other. But this is our time. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I should probably have another, but it's just fun. You're just having fun. So what drives you in the social media world then? I mean, obviously we see, you're into it, but there has to be a background of why. Yeah, obviously, yes, you hopped onto the channel, but there still had to be a motive why wanting to do it. You already said one of them, but I think there's another one that's an inside one. It's just fun, honestly, though. That's the only thing that I can think of, that it's just fun. Seeing other people that they're doing it and they're doing as a lifetime thing, like as a job. Of course, it's not going to be forever, but at least for the time being, I feel like it's really fun. It's something, I guess it's a hobby. Like it's a hobby. And I mean, eventually if we ever can, I know you have like a different outlook of it, but eventually it would be nice to like work with other people. And we work with other people. We've kind of got to see what it is that they're doing, and then eventually, I mean, maybe get sponsorships. Again, just working with everybody else, working with other like Latino creators. That's always fun to see. Okay. ¿Por qué?
No, well, I mean, I already said a little bit about it, but I think you're just not trying to open up and just say it more. So I
just can't remember. But what about you? What do you think?
I just think, like obviously you asked me before, like, oh, why we did the channel. I don't think I've ever asked you. Yes, we know you hopped on again. I said that. But I think one of the things that me and Jay wanted really was to motivate people to do this, as well as a podcast or anything that has to do with the social media world. Yeah. And I feel like you have picked it up. And it's almost like, oh, man, we motivated somebody in the inside of a circle to do that. Because you're wanting to do now what? You tell the people here.
Well, okay, it's just I have been wanting to. I even before you even started the podcast, before anything like that, what would I do? Sometimes I would pretend like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Or like, okay, like today we're gonna talk about this. A little cookie me, right? But deep down, I guess maybe I actually wanted to do it. And even taking it further back when I was little, I was just talking to my sister about this, how we would put mariachi music and we would dance folklorico. We would pretend to like perform, and we would dance folklorico. So, and that's always like it. I guess it's always like been in me, maybe where like, oh, I want to do something with it. And now ever since like I started seeing like social media and all this stuff, it's always been like at the back of my mind, like, oh, that's interesting. Like I feel like it's always interested me. And now, and I don't know if this is why you're asking, but now I'm doing more, like I'm posting a little bit more on TikTok, which I did for a while. And then I kind of stopped because like I lost ideas. Okay. Because I don't, and the thing is that like, I tried to come up with my own ideas, but then I see other stuff that are trending. I'm like, oh, let me do that too. Let me hop on that too. But right now, my biggest thing that I'm doing right now, like on TikTok and on Instagram, well, there's something else that I'm trying to work on. And it's just to document my weight loss journey.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully along the way, that of course, it's just to hopefully motivate other people who are trying to lose weight.
Same.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm documenting it, like I do want to document my struggles. I do want to document like my insecurities and stuff that I've overcome, because I feel like those pieces are really important, aside from just, oh, look at me working out, look at what I'm eating, but then also post like, look what I'm also eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at the struggles that I'm still going through.
Right.
Internally and externally.
Yeah, and it basically sounds the same vision as me and Jay had at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your motivation.
Yeah. It is. It's just to keep pushing. And then who knows? Who knows how far this will get. But I mean, that's one of the biggest goals, like you said, to motivate other people.
And again,
so
your vision from our vision, it's way completely different. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's why it kind of becomes like your own channel.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's good to pick up oh, this is a trend. But I think at the end, like, you would see that working and you see it working, but it's like, it's not the same as you doing it for your own self and see what actually worked for you when you were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If it kind of makes sense, you know?
No, yeah. Because I mean, like, I get what you mean, because not everything's going to be working the same for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Maybe when you do that trending post, you're like, what the hell, it didn't work for me, or like I didn't get the many views as these other people did, right?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if you do one for yourself and you're like, oh damn, it got a little bit more than the actual trend, you kind of feel a little bit better about it.
Oh, meaning like my own person, like I come up with my own idea, nothing that's been remade. It's just something that I get what you mean. Yes.
Yeah,
it does. So
I'm just saying, like, that the vision's always gonna be different, and like, don't get discouraged if you get the views or you don't get the views, or if this didn't work out. Maybe again, if you don't do it, that's the biggest thing. If you just don't do it, you would never know.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's one of the biggest steps, is just starting to do it. At least just post the video. Like they just say, doesn't matter how dumb you think the video is, but just post it, because something might come out of it.
Obviously, they're gonna start seeing that how much you're growing, or how much you have grown, and that's part of anybody, a human being, being in a process. Yeah.
No, I mean, I know that there's gonna be some challenges. Like I honestly don't have like a goal. Like, oh, I wanna, get super big. Like that's really not my goal. Like I just want to post, because I don't know if I was telling you, or who was I telling? I don't know who I was telling. I think it was you. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I was saying how the last time that I lost all the weight a couple years ago. Oh no, I wasn't telling you. It's part of the little project that I'm working on. But yeah, so a couple years ago when I lost all the weight, I didn't document my weight loss. I didn't get to actually see the progress and be able to go back. Yeah, there's pictures when, I was bigger. And then there's also pictures from when when I lost the weight. But then I didn't get to enjoy my weight loss or like the progress, because then I just quickly ended up gaining the weight right back, and even more. So that's what I'm excited to see. And it's exciting to see like other channels where there's people who, they were big, they were able to document their weight loss, and you're able to see the progress from their starting weight to where they're at now. So I'm like, I want to be able to see myself, make this progress.
So now that you brought that up, what is the main reason you think you gained all that weight back?
Stress.
There you go.
Stress.
Wow, you nipped it right in the butt.
No, I mean,
and
it was
cool.
stress.
It's good that you know what it was, not like making other excuses, kind of. Like you could have been like, oh, this or that, or it's just nice to know that you know what it was.
Yeah.
And again, everybody goes through stress. Maybe some go more than other, and sometimes. And obviously, at this time, you probably were stressing pretty bad. But I think at the upcoming and what you've been living through this year, I don't think you've had that stress. You have a lot of the stress off your shoulders.
Yes, I do have to say that. And I think that's why I was able to get back on track, is because it's been like you said, it hasn't been that stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super thankful for it. I'm super thankful for everything that's going on. And I guess that's one of my motivators.
Mm-hmm.
And just to keep going. Yes, there has been a lot of hurdles along the way since I've started. Because I've been working out and trying to eat healthy for 2 months now?
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever time it's been, but I've still slipped up. The weekends, I think that's my next challenge, is the weekends. Because that's when I start slipping up. At least one day, but I need to con moderación and balance out my meals. Like yesterday, I had that veggie bowl, but then I got myself a side of mashed potatoes and an Arnold Palmer. So it's already a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs. And then I had my biscuits. So I would have just been fine with just my veggie bowl. Pero luego me pasé.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the process again. It's like you're still keeping accountable. Like at the end of the day, you're still being accountable for your own situation that you're going through. So that's the best thing. Yes, maybe here and there not to do one sort of thing as having a sweet or having a soda or a sweet drink. But other than that, you're doing pretty well.
Thank you.
You're in the process of somebody else that, can't even get to that route.
Yeah, that's true. There's somebody who was like me, because I can possibly get there again, right? If I allow myself to. But there's someone I saw, two videos that I saw. There was a girl that was like, hey, you know what? There's people who want to be able to get out of bed, but they can't get out of bed. There's people that want to buy that piece of clothing on the rack, but they can't, because they have to wait and save up for it. So, I mean, I don't know if that's all making sense, but, I should just appreciate what I'm able to do right now and what I have, because there's other people who are probably not even close to getting there.
Right.
And then there was this other guy, I guess he's working out. There's also this other guy, he's working with the trainer, and he's on a really strict diet with his trainer. And I guess his trainer is kind of like his, how would you say, what do you call for the AA people? Sponsor.
People?
Yeah. The best way that I can describe it is that his trainer is like his sponsor, because he called his trainer and he was like, hey, I have this many calories left. And I can have, ¿cómo dijo? And I really want some ice cream. But his trainer told him, think about yourself tomorrow and how you're going to feel on what you have accomplished and close out the day with. So if you're going all day, being successful, eating what you're supposed to be doing, working out, and then here comes the end of the day and you choose to have that ice cream, is it really going to satisfy you when you think about it the following day? And I can resonate with that, because after I eat something that I'm not supposed to be eating and that's not going to support my weight loss journey, I beat myself up over it. I'm like, why did I eat it? But I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I let it go. And then I keep doing the same thing over and over again. And then I think about the next time, I'm like, get myself on the way. I'm like, I could have, I probably could have been closer to, losing more weight.
Right.
But then I hold myself back because of that decision.
So basically, in short term, you're saying you did, you have great feelings, but then at the end with one choice that you made, all those great feelings go away. Okay.
But should it go away? Does it have to go away? Do you really have to be that harsh with yourself?
It's just you're keeping accountable of yourself.
Yep.
And again, I think the biggest situation of weight loss, that's why putting a goal. Okay, my goal is 10 pounds for the month, 15 pounds for the month, and okay, you mess up a week, but you have 3 weeks to go that you can do great and you can still get the result. So it kind of not balances out, but you're able to distribute it out and still make it to the goal. And not beat yourself so hard. For me, again, it's different for everybody, but that's the best way I could recommend for someone because I've done it before that, yes, I could do good for 2 weeks. My third week, okay, I do a little bit bad. My fourth week, I'm going all in because I know I'm wanting a goal for the end of the month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yes, I feel like that's what I would do, what I did before and what I've done before to try to lose the weight. And this time I'm trying to do it different. I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm really trying to enjoy it. Like, yes, I should have a goal. I guess I do have a goal weight, and it's to get at least to 150. But I'm not going to be like...
But you're not going to get that in a month.
No, I'm not going to get it in a month. But what I'm trying to do is like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to eat what I'm supposed to be eating and, work out. But then also enjoy, myself every now and then. It's going to take longer for me to get there. But maybe I'll switch it up along the way. I'm like, you know what? Now I really want to get to this goal. But I'm not in no rush. That's the thing. I don't want to rush to get to where I'm at, because I feel like that's when I start getting disappointed. And I'm just like, oh, I'm not getting there any faster. Like I start getting too much into my head. So that's just trying to enjoy it. And just record my progress from here to then.
Sounds like a plan. All right, Marita. Well, yes, if you guys, as you can tell, if you see her in the social media world, go tell her happy birthday, because her birthday is this weekend. Maybe if you see it right now, you're watching this video, you can go over and say happy early birthday for like that, later on, que no se te pase. Como en veces nos pasa with our relatives. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Or I was busy. This time you can just knock it out of the way.
So tell me happy birthday and drop a birthday emoji. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no. I see, yes.
Okay. Well, talking about birthdays, I'm like, I don't care about my birthday, but we do care. But growing up, did your parents give you like, did your parents ever throw you a birthday party, or what was it like around your birthday?
I think we've talked about this before.
But not today?
We've talked about it here. Yeah, like I said, dinner.
It was always dinner. Yeah, it was dinner. Was it always just like your sisters and your parents, or were invited?
Just small friends.
Yeah.
Well, small. Yeah, just our small family. Sorry.
Okay, so I guess we have talked about it. I won't get too much into detail, but for us, éramos muchos, so we I think. No, we never. Yeah, we never did birthday parties, from what I can remember. Maybe my siblings remember differently, but I remember it was always, just a little dinner, una comidita every now. Maybe there was family members that would come over, but it was usually comida. So it just reminded me of two things. So I'll start with one. So in Brazil, there's a tradition where if it's somebody's birthday, you have the cake, they're singing happy birthday to you. And the birthday boy or girl gets to choose somebody, whoever's present. They get to choose the person that gets the first slice. Yes. And I saw this really, really cute video. Like, oh, it just warmed my heart. I thought it was the sweetest thing ever. So it was a little boy, it was his birthday, and I don't know if it was his brother, whoever it was, but there was another little boy that was a little bit younger than he was, and the boy decided to give him the birthday cake, and the little boy just starts crying. I want to cry right now. Why am I emotional? He starts crying after he handed him the cake. He hugs him. Look at me. I'm over here getting a little stuck, but I thought it was the freaking sweetest thing ever. So. And I'm like, now I'm going to talk about something totally the complete opposite. And I want you to tell me, and I probably talked to you about it already, what you think about this situation. So first of all, what do you think about that whole tradition in Brazil?
That's kind of nice, but I think it would bring family problems.
It would bring family problems? Yeah. Oh, so why are you choosing them?
Or like, maybe they bought you something that same day or a day before. It's like, pues se lo dices because they brought you a present.
Yeah, so then after that, it just depends how expensive or less expensive the gift is going to get.
Could be. I could get to that point once we started getting older.
Yeah, no, I think like within the family, like you already know who's going to be chosen. So if you know you're not going to be chosen, don't get butthurt. But I just thought it was a really nice tradition. But yeah, that just almost brought me to tears. Okay, so so right now you were saying, oh, it's going to bring some problems. So let me tell you something that might bring some problems. So I saw this other video. They were celebrating their daughter's birthday. And it was just something very, very, how do you say? It was something very intimate. It was just mom, dad, and siblings. Okay. So they're singing happy birthday. The birthday girl, she looks like she's the oldest child. She's smiling, she's happy. And then next you know, one of her younger siblings gets a little jealous because they wanted to, I don't know, either blow out the candle or just be acknowledged, right?
Yeah.
Spoiled little brat. And so what mom does, she's like, okay, well, you know what? We already sang happy birthday to you. Let's sing happy birthday to the little one now. And they're singing happy birthday to the little one, and you could just see the girl's smile completely wiped off her face. And that just struck a nerve.
Okay.
It really upset me.
It sounds like it has happened to you.
No.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't happened to me. No, it hasn't happened to me, but maybe it is like a childhood trauma of mine where, you know, I did, because whenever we would go to like birthday parties, specifically like Arlene's mom, it was only Arlene and then her sister. So they would always get birthday parties. And I thought it was so cool. Like I was just like, oh, like I wish I can have a birthday party, because you would see them, you know, break the piñata, que el cake. You're just the center of attention. And, you know, opening up presents and all that. It just looks so awesome. But we never got one. Now I know why, of course, because it was a lot of them.
A lot of you.
Yeah, a lot of us. Yeah, a lot of us. But my aunt always made sure that they were the center of attention. Like nobody else took that light away from them. So I just thought that was really important. I feel like that's really important.
Right.
Do you feel like that, like with that whole situation where like, oh, you know, I'm taking away the spotlight from the birthday girl, the one time of year where you're celebrated for your life, for your birth, now it's being taken away because you want to le quieres complacer a alguien más? Do you think that's what are your thoughts about that?
I would say yes, obviously, because it's your birthday, right? But in another different situation, I think eventually it could happen to you when you get older, so it becomes like whatever. But being a kid does really affect you. And I'm saying that because, you know, I think it was me and then my sister that, like, there was going to be nephews that were going to be born around our birthdays. So our family would tease us like, oh, what if it comes in your birthday? You get me? So it's kind of like a reflection of that. But for me being older, it's just like almost like a whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel when you're a kid, it will really affect you. And that's something that us as parents, yes, maybe we want to complacer the other child, but we should not really do that because it's not their time yet.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Maybe the parents isn't doing it with a bad intention, but the thing is that like they're not really thinking about how it can affect them. And that's the thing. You saying like, you know, you get older, you don't care. But the thing is that like if they would have continued to just acknowledge, you know, that's that person that was being celebrated and continuing that on every single year without any interruptions, maybe they still would have cared about their birthday. So don't you feel like maybe if, well, maybe I can speak for yourself, but do you feel like maybe if you were always celebrated, you're always the spotlight, that you would care more about your birthday?
I would say probably yes, but I then think about the other side. I'm like, thankfully I wasn't celebrated for my birthday all like that. Like, you know, where's the center of attention, because I didn't have to then experience stuff like that. Because it was always just our family.
So they made it more intimate.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it could go many ways. I'm like, I wanted a birthday. If somebody would have taken my spotlight away, I would have been so upset. Yes.
Yeah, because obviously you saw your other family was able to have a birthday party.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't really have family big enough to go places and go. Like a lot of the times it was like friends of my parents that will go to family kids' birthdays, but nothing like it was like whatever for me. Okay, piñata, candies, but it was never like, oh yeah, I want my own birthday party.
See, and going back to the part where like it affects you, like don't you think that's part of the reason why it affects you? Like maybe that little girl, right? After that situation, she's probably like, you know what? I don't care about my birthday, like whatever. And who knows how many times it's happened to her before, you know?
I would say yes. I mean, I think I do it now. Like, I'm not a big old. It's not a big deal for me on my birthday.
See, and I want to make a big deal about it.
Mhm.
Like every single year, like I feel like it's easier for me to try to celebrate you
Mm.
and let's make it big. Let's do this, and you're just like, oh, I don't know. But yes, you're just like, no, like I don't really want it. But I'm just like, come on, like let's do something, un grupo or just something. I know you're very simple, so I feel like that would be something simple. You know, just having live music, couple of friends, couple of food. You know, just some food, and I think you'll be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
But then I know you'll also be satisfied with, you know, oh, well, let's just go to dinner with, you know, a couple of friends and family. But I'm just like, I want to celebrate you. But that's because I want to see you with that, you know, I guess that maybe I want to see myself within you. Seeing that little, I guess at the same time.
Attention.
Yeah, I guess at the same time, like, it's feel like it's healing my inner child by seeing you shine and be the center of attention and be happy. So it's easier for me to like give rather than to like receive because I feel weird. I'm just like, don't give me presents. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah. But your
You know, I'm
inner
weird
self,
about it.
your inner self is like, I want presents. I'm not saying literally you're
no.
like that, but I'm like, it could become that way. Like you'll feel happy that you got a present.
I'll appreciate it. I'll definitely appreciate it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, no, take it back. But I feel like I'm more content if I buy something for myself.
But you basically do the same situation just in a different way. That's what it comes up to, really.
Como?
Like, same thing. I don't like really, you know, celebrating my birthday and I don't show it.
Oh.
But you, same thing. You can go with the gift, but your inner self is like, but you know, you're still happy on the inside of, yes, I got a gift.
Yes. Like when you did my birthday for my 30th birthday, I'm like, how did that feel, Chito?
It didn't feel any type of way. I did it basically for you. And we always had this vision, like, we obviously are celebrating each other's birthdays, but at the end of the day, the result is for everybody else to have a good time as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it that way. Like, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I'm throwing you the best birthday party. Yes, you're the center of attention, but at the same time, I still have in back of my mind to try and take care of the guests.
How funny. I'm over here like, oh, I don't want to be the center of attention, but I'm over here posting on social media and then we're on here. But I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I'm being the center of attention. That I'm just, when I'm recording and whenever we're recording or whenever I record myself, like I feel like it's just me. Just me, myself. Yes, you're doing it to motivate other people, but I try to like not focus too much on that because then I'll probably get nervous and be like, get stuck. Well, so just okay. One last question. So I'm going off on a tangent here, but talking about social media, you know how like I'm recording myself, I'm going to the gym and recording myself. Would you be able to do that for yourself? I feel like you can.
And the weight loss situation?
Not weight loss, just in general, just like recording yourself.
I would record myself before, but nothing like this to the extreme. No. Not like a video camera on the
in
gym,
public.
no.
In public, no. It takes a lot of guts. And even still, I mean, it's not like I've been recording myself a lot at the gym, but I still get a little like, oh my gosh. But this weekend, I didn't feel like that. I was just like, Pero es porque no había mucha gente. No había mucha gente.
That's what I was going to tell you.
And I was telling you that when I was doing my hip thrust, I locked eyes with somebody else. It was so freaking awkward. And I was mid thrust. I was like, Okay, but that's enough of me. Enough of me. What else do you got?
I mean, that is, you know, you're able to go ahead and do that. Like, show up in the gym and able to record yourself. So as you can tell, you're really being motivated to show other people that you're doing it. Because it takes a lot of guts.
I'm doing it. Yeah. From SpongeBob.
Well, as we're getting older, like you, there's a lot of ways to scam people now.
Oh, is there?
Oh, definitely.
Is there a new one now?
I haven't heard this one, but I think we brought it up before about the UPS one. Like, people, like, they send you a text message saying, like, oh, we cannot send you your gift or your item because we don't have the right shipping address.
I got one the other day. And I think they get into the system and try to figure out, because the day that I received that text message was the day that I returned the solar panel thing. And it said USPS Your package was non-deliverable because of it had the incorrect address. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I never entered an address. So I was like, nah, scam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's true. There you go. I don't know if they're really getting into, like, for example, if you order it through Amazon, right? I don't think they're really getting into your Amazon. It's probably more of your phone carrier
Mm-hmm.
getting your information from there, because lately all phone carriers have been getting scammed and getting your information.
Oh, heck
So
no.
that's probably where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that I'm going to tell you now that it's a new one for me is the Venmo scam.
Venmo?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
So allegedly, the scammers send you money and they make a big story and tell you that it's an accident that they send you the money. So, they contact you and tell you basically apologize, make a sobbing story like, I'm sorry, can you send it back to me? It was a mistake. And let's say it's a pretty good amount of money. We're talking maybe $200, a big chunk of money. So what they're trying to do by giving you the sobbing story is they're trying to have you to send back money quickly. So that's the way they're getting you, by giving you a sad story, really. Let's say, for example, can you send it back to me because my rent money, right? For you being in a situation, you send out your rent money, you're going to want to kind of get it back, right?
Yes.
So that's how extreme they go into it. But guess what?
What?
Once you send it back, technically speaking, you're sending it back from your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
So the way the scammer is getting you is, again, they're trying to have you send the money out quickly. So when the card gets reported stolen, because obviously they're stealing it from a stolen card, once it gets reported stolen, goodbye that accidental money, because it will not show up anymore in your account.
Dang. Wait, so they're actually sending you money to your account?
Yes, but it's stolen money.
Okay, so what should you do? Should you just tell your bank, like, hey, they sent it by accident? But then they'll try to, I'm like, that's scary,
so what they're
though.
saying, basically, like, don't worry about it. Like, don't say anything. Best thing is just to ignore it. Because, like, if you report it, like, you're reporting a felony, right? That you don't have to do anything with it.
Yes.
But you're almost like reporting it, and what if then it becomes a big investigation and they freeze your accounts?
Well, that's tricky though, because if they're actually sending you money and it's from a stolen credit card, debit card, bank account, then you're gonna have that money in there, and they can even report it. Whoever, the original order of the account, if they report it stolen, then you're gonna be, in trouble too.
No, because it's gonna go away once it was reported and stolen. That's what it's
like
saying.
they're just gonna take it away.
Yeah, just ignore it. Like, don't say anything about it.
Well, exactly. If it's reported stolen, then it's going to show that it's in your account. No?
No, it's just like kind of like eliminates. It's almost like you're saying, like, when you do a transaction, right? Or there's a weird transaction, your bank account tells you, did you do this transaction? It says no, right? So it just cancels out.
Ah, I see. I see. Yes. Okay. So then just leave it alone.
Yes, ignore it. If
Oh,
it's
man,
somebody
that's
that you don't
scary.
know of or anything like that, like,
Yeah.
if it's a random person, just ignore it and don't do anything about it. Just leave it alone.
Yes. Man, I mean, the best way that you can avoid any scam, if it's, if you get calls from an unknown number, ignore it. If you get text messages from people that you don't know, ignore it, block them. That's what I do. I always get a bunch of random numbers, blocked. If I know I didn't apply somewhere, if I know I'm not expecting a call from like any random number, block. I'm not going to answer you. But I don't know if you heard of another scam where they were, I guess, some way, somehow, connecting it to, like, let's say they'll be able to put in the caller ID that you were calling me.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if it was like a company, like a bank, right? That your bank is calling you. So they were able to do something like that. And that's how they were scamming people too. Did you hear about that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same thing. Like they call you back and say, we're looking for
Mm-hmm.
so-and-so, and they literally tell you your full name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And your bank or like different places out there, they'll literally tell you, like, we will never contact you via text message. We will never contact you via phone or email. Like, this is the only way that we will contact you. I know, but there's just so many ways that they can get around with trying to scam you.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're just trying to make you have like a mindset of like if you're in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me, and I don't think I've told you before, but one of the companies that I used to work with, we sold something. So I think it was like a Thursday or Friday, and they pay with a check, or it was a money transfer, something like that. I can't really remember, but it was one of those two. So it needed some time to basically clear on the bank. So we went and go ahead and waited. But at the same time, the way they did it to us or to me is that they were like, okay, I'm gonna send you so much money, but some of that money you're gonna have to send it out to so-and-so to be able to transport it to me. Okay. So we were like, okay, that's fine. So they did the whole transfer of money, again, by check or electronically. So we waited for a little bit. Comes Monday, they contact me and say, hey, did it clear up? So I'm over here trying to go ahead and contact somebody that can tell me the answer if it did or didn't. So they told me, yes, it did. So now I got the money that I needed to go ahead and send it out to the person that was going to transport it to this person. And I send it out to through Western Union. But then later on, it started sounding fishy because they contacted me and tell me, oh, I'm sorry, I got in a back accident. Can you go ahead and just send me the money back? Because I'm going to have to cancel the whole order. So after that, we kind of knew it was a scam. So they scammed us for the shipping transport.
Dang. Oh, I think I remember you telling me this one. Dang. People are... And it's people who que se dedica a eso.
Oh yeah.
Like there's just like my
So basically the reason why I really brought the story out, because it was the same situation as the Venmo one. Technically it was a different type of way of doing it, but it was the same way.
Yeah. And it was funny. I was talking to my sister about it. I can't remember what situation exactly we were talking about, but it was somewhere along the lines of, scamming. And she was like, how do people wake up and be like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna scam people for this amount of money. And it's like, people that eso se dedican, like that's what they do.
I think it just becomes like a hobby, because once they get so much amount of money, they're like, oh, if I was able to do it, and some days I'm able to keep on doing it.
I'm like, that ain't no hobby. That's how they get their income.
Yeah, but obviously it becomes like something they're willing to do.
Yeah. So for scamming people, and poor little old people, they're so gullible. They'll just give out their social, give out their credit card number.
Yeah, especially with the whole transition of like, with the smartphones and the apps and all that.
Download this.
That's where they're becoming more victims.
Yeah, that's so sad. So sad.
So yeah, careful, Margarita. You're getting older. Make sure you don't, fall for these scams. These newer scams that we probably have upcoming. Probably something with currency. Not currency. What is it? Cryptocurrency. And maybe the next one will be cryptocurrency. So be careful. I know you probably don't have any, but I'm just saying that's probably a scam that we're gonna start getting. They're already saying it's a scam, right? But hey.
I mean, you can try to be as careful as you can, but they will find a way.
Catch you on the wrong time. Like that time that you're trying to celebrate your birthday party, but somebody else gets to shine.
Yes, that's a scam itself too. So do not steal people's spotlight, okay?
All right. So yes, guys, we will wrap it up.
I hope you guys like this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Así es, mi gente. Don't forget to go to Spotify and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and follow us there as well.
And we shall catch you on the next one. Bye.
Nos vemos.